I settle into my bed as evening surrounds my room in a calm darkness. The soft glow of a nightlight dances on the wall, casting gentle shadows that sway like leaves in a breeze. In the background, I hear the low whir of a fan, a constant, soothing hum that fills the silence. It's the kind of comforting white noise you'd find in a video titled "Really Awesome Fan Sound for Sleep," the familiar sound of moving air providing a cozy backdrop for rest. I can almost feel a faint, cool whisper of air on my skin, as if the atmosphere itself is exhaling in a slow, relaxed rhythm. Breathing deeply, I allow this ambient sound to wash over me, each cycle of the fan's blades matching the rising and falling of my chest. Every soft whoosh of air is like an invitation to let go, coaxing my busy mind to settle and unwind. Wrapped in soft blankets, I feel the tension from the day begin to melt away. The mattress supports me like a gentle cloud, and I sink a little further into its embrace. My eyes grow heavy as I focus on that steady fan noise. It's astonishing how something as simple as a fan's whirring can create such tranquility. In this moment, the world outside is quiet and distant. The only thing that exists is this dark, comfortable room and the peaceful ambience we've created, a personal sanctuary of sound and silence. With each breath, I am drifting deeper into a state of relaxation, the day's events already starting to feel far away. As I lie here, my thoughts begin to wander through the memories of the day, slowly and gently. I recall the earlier excitement that filled my evening. At one point, I was watching a lively video on my phone, something along the lines of MrBeast Gaming's Escape 50 Cops, Win $100,000. The title alone brings a faint smile to my face in the darkness. It was such a thrilling and energetic escape challenge, full of laughter and adrenaline. Remembering it now, I can still picture scenes of daring chases and the bursts of excitement I felt while watching. But here in the quiet of my bedroom, that excitement has transformed into a comfortable afterglow. The rush of the video has passed, leaving behind only a pleasant memory that gently fades, like ripples settling on a once busy lake at sunset. I acknowledge the lingering energy from that wild entertainment, and then I let it go. I allow my mind to file away the adventure of escaping 50 cops as something belonging to the waking world, a story from earlier that doesn't need my attention right now. In the softness of this moment, the intense chase from the video feels distant and harmless. My racing thoughts slow down, no longer fueled by the bright screen or the game's tension. Instead, they dim to a gentle flicker, as if turning the pages of a book slowly, each thought quieter than the last. I take a slow breath in and exhale out any remaining excitement, picturing it leaving my body like a faint puff of steam in cool air. On the exhale, I sink even further into my mattress, feeling gravity pulling me into restfulness. Outside my window, there's hardly a sound. Maybe the distant murmur of the night, a lone car passing now and then. But inside, it's warm and quiet. I remind myself that there's nothing else I need to do, nothing from that action-packed video that I need to solve or finish. The challenge is over, and I am safe here, far from any chase. All that remains is a sense of contentment, as if finishing a good story and knowing everything turned out fine. My heart rate is slow and steady now, no longer matching the pounding excitement from before. With the fan's soft roar continuing, I feel a wave of calm wash over me. The day and its lively moments have drifted into the background, and a serene peace is taking their place. My thoughts gently shift to another memory from earlier, a curiosity I had while browsing a tech video. I remember gazing at a glowing screen, intrigued by the idea it presented, the promise that true wireless power is finally here. That phrase echoes in my mind for a moment. At the time, it filled me with wonder, visions of a world with no cords, no tangled chargers by the bedside, everything just effortlessly powered through the air. It was an exciting concept, a glimpse of the near future. Now, in the stillness of night, I let that excitement soften. The idea of being untethered, no wires holding me down, takes on a new, comforting meaning. As I lie here, I feel as though I, too, am free of any tangles, free of any burdens. The day's worries and the mental clutter are like those wires, and I imagine them gently dissolving, leaving me floating quietly, just like devices might float on invisible power in that video's dream of the future. I take another deep breath. I imagine that with each inhale, I'm gathering any stray thoughts or lingering tasks, those little mental post-it notes that sometimes stick in the mind. With each exhale, I release them, picturing them drifting away like tiny balloons into the night sky. Inhale and exhale. The notion of true wireless power transforms into a personal metaphor. I am recharging myself wirelessly right now, simply by resting here. There are no cords tying me to today's concerns. I am connected only to this present moment, absorbing calm energy from the quiet darkness around me. I feel a lightness in my limbs as I realize how relaxed I have become. My arms and legs sink heavily into the bed, but in my mind I feel weightless. Perhaps this is what it means to truly unwind, to be present and still, yet brimming with a subtle energy of peace. Around me, the hush of night continues. The fan's lullaby persists, steady and assuring. I notice the gentle sound of my own breathing syncing with it. Everything unnecessary has been switched off for the night, not just the lights and devices, but the busy buzzing of my thoughts as well. In this darkness, I sense a quiet power charging me up for tomorrow, flowing without any visible source, just like that futuristic wireless energy I was fascinated by. A soft smile touches my lips as I realize how content I am right now, simply doing nothing but resting. There is a power in this stillness, a true wireless power of the mind and body, finally here within me as I let myself relax completely. In the comfortable darkness behind my closed eyes, new images begin to form, slow and dreamlike. I find my mind drifting to thoughts of far-off places, as though I'm wandering through memories or pleasant fantasies. Earlier, I happened to skim through a travel vlog titled, "I spent $1,000 in the cheapest versus most expensive city," and pieces of it now float through my imagination. I see two different cities in my mind's eye, one charmingly humble and one glitteringly luxurious. They fade in and out like scenes from a gentle movie, and I allow myself to explore them in a relaxed, lazy way. In one moment, I imagine strolling down a quiet street in the cheapest city. Perhaps it was a small, cozy town with lantern-lit alleys and friendly faces. The scene is peaceful and simple. I feel the warm evening air and hear faint sounds of nightlife. Maybe distant laughter or soft music playing somewhere far down the street. There's no rush, no urgency, just the simple pleasure of being somewhere new. I notice the textures around me in this mental scene, the worn cobblestones under my feet, the scent of street food wafting gently through the air, a kind stranger offering a nod and a smile as they pass. Everything in this place feels affordable not just in cost, but in the ease of experience, like it doesn't demand anything of me except to savor the moment. In my imagination, I spend only a little, maybe buying a warm pastry from a corner bakery for just a few coins, enjoying each bite slowly. Then, like a slow camera pan, my mind shifts to the most expensive city, maybe a shining metropolis with towering buildings and bright lights. But tonight, I picture it in its quiet hours. The usual hustle is absent. Instead, I wander through an elegant, empty plaza with polished stones that reflect the moonlight. Perhaps there's a gentle fountain in the center, making a tranquil trickling sound that echoes softly against the grand facades. In this imagined upscale city, even though the surroundings are opulent, the peace feels the same as in the humble town. I sit on a comfortable bench, maybe one made of smooth marble, under the soft glow of an old-fashioned street lamp. The air here carries a faint perfume of night-blooming flowers from a nearby garden. I realize that whether I'm picturing a simple village or a lavish city, the calm of the night connects them. In both places, I'm just a quiet observer, safe and at ease, spending nothing now but time. The contrast of cheapest versus most expensive fades away. All that matters is the shared tranquility that night brings to every corner of the world. These scenes play out slowly in my mind. I'm not actively controlling them. I'm merely along for the ride, watching as an appreciative passenger on a nighttime train of thought. The travel video that inspired these visions has long ended, but its gentle after-images make for a comforting daydream. As the images begin to blur and soften, I let them go as well, grateful for the tiny journey they provided without me ever leaving my bed. I feel the corners of my eyes relaxing further, the hint of a smile still on my face as I float between the memory of those scenes and the reality of my cozy room. The world, both near and far, is settling into rest, and so am I. A light, playful thought dances at the edges of my drowsy mind. It's the echo of an earlier delight, something reminiscent of childhood excitement. I recall seeing a clip about a new game console, titled Nintendo Switch 2 Unboxing and First Gameplay. The memory is faint and warm. I remember the cheerful anticipation as the box was opened in the video, the crinkle of packaging and the gleam of a brand new device. It reminds me of unwrapping gifts on cozy holiday mornings when I was younger and life felt wonderfully simple. That innocent joy, the spark of seeing something new and fun, still resides in me. Now, however, it flickers gently like a soft candle rather than a bright flame. As I lie here, I imagine for a moment that I'm the one carefully unboxing that Nintendo Switch 2 in a quiet, serene setting. I picture myself slowly peeling back the packaging, the sound of the paper and plastic so delicate in the silence of my room. The excitement is there, but it's calm and measured. In my mind, I feel the smooth new device in my hands, cool to the touch. There's no rush to plug it in or start playing. Instead, I simply appreciate the moment. The soft click as I attach the controllers, the faint new electronics smell that promises fun times ahead. It's a gentle happiness, not a jumping up and down kind, but a contented sigh of satisfaction. I imagine starting the first gameplay slowly, perhaps a simple, soothing game with beautiful scenery. Maybe in this imagined game, I'm walking through a tranquil forest or a peaceful village at dawn, something charming and low-key. The colors are warm and the music in the game is a mellow lullaby of its own. As this little pretend scenario drifts through my mind, it intertwines with reality. I am still snug in bed, hearing the fan and my soft breathing. The game in my mind is just another pathway to relaxation. I feel the same comfort from this playful thought as I do from my pillow under my head. Just as a child feels safe and happy falling asleep after a day of play, I too feel that safety and happiness now. The shiny new console in my daydream symbolizes tomorrow's joys, things to look forward to, but nothing pressing at this moment. I can set it aside gently, knowing it will be there in the morning. The feeling of wonder and play settles in me like golden dust drifting in a sunbeam. Even this happy excitement bows to the night's gentle command to slow down. I sense any last bits of restlessness resolving, replaced by an affectionate calm, the kind of calm you get after a day well lived, when you've allowed yourself a bit of fun and now it's time to rest. My inner child is content, curled up with my present self. Together, we're ready to slip into peaceful slumber, our dreams perhaps sprinkled with those same gentle adventures and joys. Now all the pieces of my day, the sounds, the excitement, the ideas and little adventures, have settled into a soft, harmonious memory, like leaves floating to rest on a still pond. The ambient hum of the fan remains, a faithful guardian at the gates of sleep, its steady noise shielding me from any stray thoughts or disturbances. I feel my body completely at ease. My toes are warm beneath the blankets, my legs and arms heavy and loose. My breathing is slow and regular, and I notice that at some point it naturally aligned with this soothing background sound. Inhale and exhale in time with the gentle fan, in time with the night itself. My mind is calm now. Those earlier recollections, the thrilling chase, the fascinating tech, the travels, the playful unboxing, have all transformed into a gentle tapestry of the day's stories, woven into the background of my consciousness. They are there if I reach for them, but I no longer need to. I give myself permission to let go of any and all thoughts. There is nothing left I need to think about right now, nothing I need to do but rest. I know that even if sleep takes me before the story ends, that's perfectly fine. I can feel the pull of dreams getting stronger, as if a soft voice is calling me to a faraway land where everything is peaceful and safe. In this final moment of wakefulness, I feel gratitude for the day I've had and the comfort surrounding me now. A deep sense of peace fills me from head to toe, a pleasant heaviness in my eyelids, a warmth in my chest. I visualize a gentle darkness wrapping around me like a plush blanket, not the darkness of fear, but the nurturing dark of a midnight sky sprinkled with friendly stars. Each star might be a kind thought or a distant caring presence, watching over me as I drift off. I know I am not alone. Tonight, the world sleeps with me, everyone finding their own comfort. The edges of my awareness begin to blur. That hazy, floating sensation of falling asleep welcomes me. I surrender to it. The last conscious thought I have is a simple one, that it's okay to rest, that I deserve this rest, and that the night will carry me safely until morning. My mind yields completely now, and I slip into the warm sea of sleep, where dreams and deep rest await. The story quietly fades, and with it, I fade too, into a deep and gentle sleep.